Going on, everyone? Welcome, Rabid here. And who wants some mining hardware? I got a bunch of it just kind of laying around, not being used. So I figured I should start cleaning some stuff up over here, getting ready for the current bull run to finally kick in, as well as stocking up on newer hardware. So it's time to maybe get rid of some of this stuff. So we are going to run through everything that I plan on probably getting rid of here. And, you know, some people may obviously not want any of this stuff. Other people run solar and it doesn't really matter to them, so they will want some of it. I know Red Panda Mining recently had kind of a sell-off there with all his other stuff that he hasn't been using or not going to use and things like that. So I figure we kind of do the same thing here, as well as I want to get some new hardware to test and I can't afford it. And I got a whole bunch of bills. So I may as well just try and sell all this stuff because I do want 9950X 3D to showcase, a 5090 to showcase, even though they're not making anything, but I still need hardware to showcase and test for myself to see how they do. So, you know, some of this might help fund that. So let's go through everything and see what everything is. So let's start with this guy right here, the DG1 Home. So this is a nice home miner. I do really enjoy and like this miner, but you know, honestly, I really need money at this point in time due to previous bills and future bills and all sorts of stuff. Plus, again, I want to try out some newer hardware here. I won this in a contest, so it was free. So let me know what you guys, you know, might want to pay for this unit right here. And obviously, highest bidders do win. But I'm going to get rid of this. I think I'm going to sell this. I have an Antminer L9, which I sent to Hawk there for hosting. If you're looking for hosting for cheaper power prices, be sure to check out Terra Hosting, guys, because they offer, I believe it's 9.5 cent power. So under 10-cent power for ASIC miners, which is huge in today's world. Moving on to the next thing right here, I do have whatever this guy is. This is the AL Box 2. So here we have a nice little home miner from Gold Shell. This is the AL for lithium. Now, I'm up in the air about this guy. I absolutely love this miner. I want to continue testing it, especially if new firmware and stuff comes. But if the price is right, you know, we'll see what happens. But this is the Bitmain X5, and I do love this thing. This is one of my favorite non-ASICs, which look like an ASIC, you know, like a pig in lipstick. This is full of CPUs. It's not an ASIC. I see so many people saying the Monero ASIC and stuff, but that's not the fact. This is CPUs inside of an ASIC frame. Now, I don't really want to sell this, but, you know, if it comes down to it, maybe I will. So, you know, that's questionable, but we'll see what happens. This miner over here is the Mini Doge 3 Plus, I believe it is. You know, the best one so far from Gold Shell. I don't think I'm going to sell this because it does have my symbol and stuff on it, so I kind of want to keep that. Maybe just have it for background showcase purposes or something. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, right now I don't think this one's going to go up on the list. Down here, we do have some old Kaspa miners, which absolutely suck, but to some people, they might not. There is one KS1 and two KS2s happening right here. Over here, I do have the 212 terahash Avalon Bitcoin miner. This is the A1566. This one I might send to hosting, but again, if people might want to buy this thing, then I possibly might sell it. So we'll see what happens here. But if not, then I'll probably send this to hosting over at Hawk there at Terahashes, and then we'll get some Bitcoin mining there, because this is actually currently profitable, more profitable than most of the other ASICs out there. Not by much, but it's still looking, you know, kind of decent. All right, so over here I have all sorts of Gold Shell miners with some of their power supplies and stuff here, depending what miner and stuff it is. Obviously, some of these don't have 6 pins. You need server power supplies. Some of these do have power supplies, but we'll see what happens. But let's take an idea of what we got here. So this guy right here is the Mini Doge 2. Over here we have another Mini Doge 2. Here is a Mini Doge 3 right here. Here we have a KD Box 2 for Cadena. Here we have an SC Box 2. And over here we have a CK Box 2. Moving on up to here, I have something up here. What is this guy? This guy right here. Oh, this is another Mini Doge 3. So we got a Mini Doge 3 right here. We do have this limited edition Kaspa miner. This is the KS0 Pro, I believe. People on solar will probably just eat that thing up. All right, so coming into this department, we got a bunch of Ice River miners. So right here, this is a KS0 Pro here. This is a KS0 Ultra. We got another KS0 Ultra there, a KS0 Ultra back there. So that would be 3 KS0 Ultras there. This guy right here is, I'm not sure. I'll have to try to find it. Oh, this one is an AL0. So we got an Alephium one right there. And then over here, so that one over there is another AL0. So there's 2 AL0s in this part right here for Alephium from Ice River. And beside those, we do have the KS2 Lite here from Ice River. All right, so now coming into my bathroom mining compartment, we have another AL0 here. So I believe that's 3 so far. I'll try to make a tally, have that on my Discord at a later date. But right now, another AL0. I do believe this one here, this is KS0 Ultra, so another Kaspa miner. And then right here, a KA box from Gold Shell. So this is another Kaspa miner as well. Now also, as most of you guys are aware, I have been using custom computing for a lot of my home miner stuff. And his power rates and stuff went up here. So we might be selling, or probably most likely, am selling all those ETH hash miners and stuff I have as well. So I'm not 100% sure what was there. There's about 10 or 11 miners there, but they do consist of like an X41 UJazz miner with the silent mod on it. There is an X4Q, which is a bigger, quieter version. There is an X16Q there as well, I believe. And there's a bunch of like iPollo Minis, iPollo Mini SEs, iPollo Mini SE Pluses. Pretty much all those, the iPollo Mini V1H, not the V2, the new one, but the older V1H, which is the liquid cooled one. All sorts of, various miners for ETH hash over there as well. And here is the rough one. That'll be the tough part to pack up, but also I'm up in the air about, but I probably will do. And that is all of these 3000 series CPUs. Not the 7000 series or anything that's over there, but the 3000 series. So that consists of, I believe I have about 23 3900Xs, 2 3950Xs, and 2 5950Xs up in those. So I'm thinking about possibly getting rid of these ones. I know there was someone interested in Discord for these, so I still got to follow up with them and see if they still want them or not. But I'm thinking about selling all of these ones right here because, again, I want to upgrade everything to 7000 series, maybe 9000 series. We'll see what happens. That's a little bit on the pricey side, but I do want to upgrade to 7950Xs and so on from the 3900X and stuff. So these all here are probably up for sale, except for Rig 5, who has been hiding out in the back right there. Rig 5 is not for sale. He's about 10x the price, probably about $10,000 to sell him if anyone wants him. But, he always has a role that I got to use for videos and stuff. So Rig 5 is not for sale. So that makes about 22 3900Xs. As for some other stuff here, we do have this Canon Bitcoin heater. If you guys remember the video on this, I might actually have 2 of these ones for sale. The other one is upstairs still in a box, which I got to take a look at. But yeah, I think there's 2 of these bad boys right here. If anyone is looking for those as like a heater, we're coming into summer, so you don't really need a heater. It's no longer winter time, but some people might want these to look cool, or maybe for solo Bitcoin mining, or again, if you're running solar or something. So 2 of these may be available. And possibly some of these solo Bitcoin miners. So I got the Nano S, I believe the Nano S Plus or whatever the new one is here as well. We got a bunch of those little Bidax things. The Mars Landers over there. Bidaxes are over here. As you can see, those 2 right there. So we do have some solo Bitcoin miners as well that may be going up for grabs. Now I am debating on getting small, like 5 to 1,000 watts of solar. Then obviously I could make great use of these. But right now, I desperately need to get rid of some stuff. So I do think that is everything for now. We'll see what happens moving forward. I'll try to get a list and everything together, post that in a special channel in my Discord over the next couple days coming up here. And, if you're not in my Discord, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and Discord link is down in that description. Now, I do have about 20 some GPUs, all consisting of majority of 3000 series, which I may get rid of, but I'm still up in the air on that as well, because, you know, we don't know what's going to happen with the future, and I like to keep GPUs around just for testing when things start to happen. But again, you know, we'll just see what happens moving forward from here and if there is a demand or not for them. So that pretty much does wrap up this video, guys. A bunch of hardware here is available if anyone is looking, whether you have cheap power or solar or you just want something, you know, let us know. Join the Discord, comment down below as well if you can. And thank you for watching. I will see you on the next one. Rabid out.